Hi guys, and welcome to the Talking Point Show. My name is Idafe Matthew Esiogene. This is the Elegbete TV radio and Elegbete TV. Yes, please, I want to beg you people. I appreciate all of you that have been watching, that have been sharing and commenting, but we need some more. Please preach the gospel to your friends. Convince your friends that we're doing something right here. And especially this show, this show is for the fans. Please do us a favor by sharing, liking, and commenting on the YouTube channel. Please subscribe and press the notification button so that you get notification. But before we go to the comment of the people who contributed today, let's start with giving a very big hearty birthday shout out to Dr. Larry Izamoji. Yes, my former boss, my former chairman, the double doctor as I used to call him. Yeah, some people think that it's a fight, it's a war. There's no war. He's still my boss. He's still the big boss. He's still the guy who provided the platform that produced me and what I'm doing today. So a very big birthday shout out to Dr. Larry Zamoji. I wish you God's blessings, more and more strength, health, wisdom. Yeah, you're a very wise man, very intelligent man, but I wish for more on you and strength to take care of mommy and my three lovely sisters. May God be with you all through and the entire staff of Brilla FM and the Brilla Group entirely. Now, guys, let's hit the ground running and see what's going on here. Yes, the first contributor on the show today. I don't know if I'm right with this person, but let's see who it is, and then we'll take it from that place. Okay, it is. Hello.
Hello, Elegbete TV radio show. My name is Joseph calling from Orile. I want to talk about Ateta of Arsenal. We all saw what happened at March 26 against Newcastle, how he won convincingly. And on March day 27, we also saw what happened against Everton. He won by 3-2. But my own opinion on this Ateta issue is that Ateta is just an average coach. He moves with luck. I don't know, on my own opinion, I might be wrong or right too, but I don't see him as the top A or top B list coach. If I'm going to rate a coach 1 to 10 now, Ateta is not among them. But I would like you now, to, on your own opinion, to clear the fans or the media on your own take on Ateta. If he's still moving on luck or you know what he's doing. But to me, I feel he's still moving on luck, doesn't know what he's doing. I'd like you to shed more light on it. I want to move away from football now. I want to enter boxing. We also saw what happened to Wilder against Fury. The fight was so tense. Wilder was so tense in the fight. But we also saw what came out at last. In the 7th round, Fury knocked him out. I'm happy and I'm not happy. I'm happy in the sense that Fury have to prove the whole world wrong. From addiction and everything, he came out very, very, very strong and knocked Wilder out on the 7th round. And I'm not happy in the sense that Fury is highly and more intelligent now and is going to face our very own Anthony Joshua. I'm worried for Joshua now because the level Fury is now, I don't know, is another level. I would like you to shed more light on it because Anthony Joshua facing this new Fury, it will be a very, very tough fight. I'll have to share more light on it. Thank you.
All right, Joseph calling from Orile. Let's start with you brought up two topics, Ateta and the Deontay Wilder Fury fight and the implication on Anthony Joshua. Let me take on the boxing. I'm not a boxing expert, so I'm going to rely on common sense here to break this down. We are not expecting that Anthony Joshua is going to hold on to these bets forever. Evander Holyfield did not, Muhammad Ali did not, Lennox Lewis did not, neither did the baddest man on earth, Mike Tyson. So I'm not expecting that he's going to hold on to the bets forever. And once you hold on to these bets, everybody's going to come on to you. So there are two ways to it. Is either going to do a Mayweather and continue to win without losing, which means he will keep the bet going until he retires, or somebody's going to beat him. But as a Nigerian, I know your sentiment is because you're a Nigerian. Because Anthony Joshua is a Nigerian does not mean every of his opponents should be lazy. As a matter of fact, at the top, you don't get lazy opponents anymore. You get people who are either upcoming hungry fighters who have qualified to be your opponents, who will knock you down, or you have people who are equal to you, who have also maybe lost out on one way or the other, and they want to knock you hard so that they can get hold of the belt. Just as Fury, who fought addiction, fought, terrible lifestyle, habit, and changed his way, and then decided to come back into the ring, and he furiously, ferociously bust the ear of Deontay Wilder. So you don't expect that, oh, Anthony Joshua, because in Nigeria, okay, let's just give him let's just give him all those small money. No, it's not going to happen like that. But the good thing is, I am grateful to God, say somebody like Anthony Joshua. I'm not really the rate Anthony Joshua as a Nigerian. I'm sorry. I'm not really one of those persons who rate him as a Nigerian. But I'm grateful to God that at least where a fight reach, he reached the top as a boxer, not as a Nigerian. Nigeria not get anything to do with the matter. If not that, the British people even supposed to claim his success. So let's see if he can hold his own against Fury at the end of the day. Fury put his punch where his mouth is, and he delivered premium delivery. So, I mean, he deserved to fight Anthony Joshua. When the time reached, make Anthony Joshua defend himself. Talking about Arteta, you cannot even put Arteta on the scale yet. The thing with the fans, all of una will be fans, una too they quick, they want rate people. The other day, let me give a good example. The other day, somebody called me and said, there's one small boy, it's an analyst. I mean, it's the number one analyst in Nigeria. I said, well, that's fine. That's your opinion. Now he wants my opinion on it. I said, I don't have an opinion, because anything I say, you will say, oh, because I be analyst, I did bias, I did this. And I said to him that, look, there are people that have been in the industry long enough. This guy should show staying power first. He should achieve make some mark. Many people even know him. The fact that I don't know you just know him on Instagram or somewhere, means the guy doesn't even exist. And then my knowing him does not validate him, but people should start talking about him. He should be buzzing everywhere, and then we'll have a conversation. Arteta, now apprentice turn coach. This is my first full-time job. He never even coach reach 15 game. Where you dey want rate am go? Before Mourinho start getting rating, he don win UEFA Cup, win Champions League with Porto, come to Chelsea, na there he rating start. Before Pep Guardiola begin get rating, he don win everything with FC Barcelona. As soon as he leave Barcelona, go Bayern Munich, that's why we start rating him. A lot of other coaches. Why are you in a hurry to put Arteta in the top 10 coach? Arteta never even did the top 100 coach. But there's a word you use, luck. Every coach in the world requires that luck. What is that luck that I'm talking about? That luck that makes maybe your players stay fit throughout the season. Your players don't get injured. Your tactics just work. Little things that normally don't work for you, work for you. Take a look at Man City this season, for instance. Last season, almost every penalty they played, they scored. This season, they've had 10 penalties, missed 5, scored 5. Those are the little things. But then they say if you do well, luck will shine more. Mother lady luck will shine more on you. So it's that simple. But bringing him to the place where you start judging him. One, Arteta never even raised a team where now signed the full team. Arteta never did the place where we need to have this kind of discussion. But is he doing well with Arsenal? The state where Arsenal did before he take over Arsenal and where Arsenal did right now. You don't need anybody to judge you. But I cannot say that it's luck. It is tactics. All of a sudden, the Arsenal defenders are a lot more organized than before. Yes, they considered 2 silly goals this weekend against Everton. Then the Arsenal team spirit is still better. Before, if Arsenal consider those 2 goals, at that halftime will be 2-2. They might come back in the second half and concede 2 more. But they were able to, score a goal from the dressing room and all that. So that for me is something good. It means it talks to them. I've seen Arsenal go into the dressing room and come back a different element. That has been missing with Unai Emery. So it will take time, especially coming from Arsene Wenger's long 22 years of stay, and then Unai Emery coming, making that 23 games unbeaten, going to the finals of the Europa Cup. There's so much standard ahead of him. But then give him time. At least he's gotten Arsenal playing again. Aubameyang is scoring goals again. Ozil is playing matches. Nobody's complaining. The fans are happy with Granit Xhaka. Every player is getting playing time without frowning their faces. That is what a coach does. And Arteta is doing exactly that. Sign players, some are injured, managing all the injuries and getting a team going for the club. For me, that's good. It will take time to get into full swing, but rating top 10. How you put Arteta for top 10? Let's even call active coaches today top 10. Jurgen Klopp, Pep Guardiola, Jose Mourinho, Massimiliano Allegri, Antonio Conte, what's it called? All them Nagelsmann, them I never even call about them all. Zinedine Zidane, Simeone at Atletico Madrid. You don't call 20, 30, 50, 100 coaches. Even coaches for Nigerian league, you know, go call Ateta. So no, they put her for top 10. Never reach that place. Let's go to the next caller and hear what you get to talk to us.
Good morning, sir. My name is Tunji from Ogun State. I want to ask a question based on Manchester United because lately people have been, there's this, let me not say hype, but there's this excitement from the fans, which I'm also part of, but then I take it as something that's supposed to be normal. The fact that people are talking about Bruno Fernandes, people seem to forget Paul Pogba easily because they play almost the same role. They play almost the same role. It's just that I feel Paul Pogba is a much more complete midfielder than Bruno Fernandes because he can also track back at the same time, even if that's not his job. But then he has that as part of his game. But then I feel that is all I put in now. I feel that is meant to be what a normal team should have. A normal team should have a creative midfielder. Although some teams don't really play with creative midfielders, like the likes of Liverpool, for example. Liverpool creates through Roberto Firmino sometimes, through the fullbacks. They don't really have a number 10 that really does the creative job based on the way Jurgen Klopp likes to play. But then the likes of Arsenal, Mesut Ozil, the likes of Manchester City, Kevin De Bruyne, they also have the likes of Bernardo Silva like that. So I feel that is the normal thing the team should have. But then probably because Manchester United have missed it from the beginning through their transfer policy and stuff like that. So it seems like it is something new, that kind of thing. So I don't know. I would like you to shed more light on it, though. Then I also want to ask on the availability of Paul Pogba. I think if Paul Pogba is back, I don't know, but I would like to see Paul Pogba and Bruno Fernandes play together, probably in a 4-1-4-1 formation. Maybe Manchester United should play Scott McTominay as a DM, but then I'm not really so impressed about him playing DM. He plays well, but then I don't think he's the kind of player that can really sit back. I may be wrong, though. I'm not sure. That can really sit back. So maybe a 4-1-4-1 formation. Manchester United should play Marcus Rashford by the left, by the right. Manchester United don't really have good wingers, but then by the right, they could just input somebody like, let's say I don't know, somebody shall probably an Andres Pereira or something, but then he's not the best of players I like to see. Then the two number 10s will now be Bruno Fernandes and Paul Pogba, then up front Anthony Martial. So I don't know, before he leaves Manchester United, because I'm one of Paul Pogba's fans, but then the trouble he has caused Man United with his agent and so many other things like that. So better for him to leave and for United to move on and continue building where they want to build. I don't know if Ole is the manager going forward, though, because I don't think another Manchester United another manager will come to Manchester United and cause a miracle, you understand? But then let's just see what happens.
All right, Tunji from Ogun State. That's very long, 3 minutes and 11 seconds. God. Well, you practically no ask a direct question, Sha. So I'll take as in a contribution you make. But so let me just add my voice to your contribution. And I think Manchester United biggest problem now, ex-players turn pundits, ex-players turn field coaches, and the fans. Now I can understand when you've created a dynasty of ownership, a legacy of ownership over a stretch of time, you start acting all entitled. This is an entitlement that is well deserved. I can't begrudge Manchester United. The thing is, Alex Ferguson spoil Una to a point where Una not call they know the limit of Una powers anymore. That's one. Another disease where they eat deep into Manchester United, and they don't do it with Bruno Fernandes again. Now that coronavirus of comparison. Every player that comes to Man United, and I'm wondering, I was younger, but I saw this happen in Liverpool. When Robbie Fowler came to Liverpool, everybody wanted him to be the next Ian Rush. When Owen came in, they wanted him to be the next Arosh Arabi Fala. Every player was compared with somebody else. Jibri Cisse, they wanted Jibri Cisse the next John Barnes. Is this one, that one? So everybody was being compared. The weight of expectation of somebody else was always put on the new player, and that makes the new player struggle to either play his own style of play or try to be the person they are comparing them with. Not everybody really get the heart to be their own self. You think people don't listen to this whole conversation or don't watch it? They do. So what you guys are doing that is wrong with Manchester United, and that's what's killing the team. Oh, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer does not have the kind of charisma of Sir Alex Ferguson. For crying out loud sake, he is not Sir Alex Ferguson. He's building his own team, and let him handle his team. Let him make his mistakes and grow. If you want him to have the charisma of Sir Alex Ferguson, he has to be given the kind of years that Sir Alex Ferguson was given as well. Sir Alex Ferguson did not start Manchester United very well. Having said that, Pogba has never been the problem. Pogba is Pogba. This is Pogba. Manchester United created an unstable ground for him, and he couldn't thrive. The media was all up about him. The worst part of Pogba's Man United stay is the fact that even when he no play, Manchester United will lose game, they will blame Pogba. That tells you that Pogba is not the problem. It's just an agenda by a lot of people. And then your suggestion, Bruno Fernandes was not brought in to track back. He was brought in to fill a creative void and play his game. When you sign a player, this is what happens when you sign a player. You see a player playing, and you believe that this player, what he's playing where you are seeing him, he can do the same thing in your team, and you think that style will fit your team. So you go and bring him. Now, bringing him in and not telling him, oh, no, you have to change your style entirely and become this is a problem. That's a very, very big problem. It happens in media too. You go to a media house and they tell you have to speak with foreign you have to speak like this person, you have to speak like that person. That's a topic for another day. So I think that's a problem. If Pogba comes back and he wants to stay, fine. But Bruno Fernandes, what I like about Bruno Fernandes is he has imposed this game, he's brought himself into the play, and I see him controlling and leading. When he won the penalty against Watford, I was thinking, oh, would they leave it for Martial? Will somebody else take it? Because a new player in the team is not the penalty. Nobody will tell me that the coach appointed him penalty kick taker all of a sudden. But then he dusted himself or picked the ball, spotted it there, and dispatched the penalty. That's leadership for me. That's taking initiative. If he lost it, okay, would have had another conversation. Why did he go and take the penalty? He's showing himself. I know. But the thing is, it showed leadership. It showed that I can take responsibility. I'm not one who's running away from responsibility. Stop asking him to be like Pogba. Stop asking him to be like Posco. Stop asking him to be somebody else. Ask him to be the best of Bruno Fernandes. That way, he can give you his best. But when you start asking him to start do like this person or do like that person, you already destroy him. Because every time he has the ball and he wants to do himself, he remembers that, oh, the expectation is for him to do this. Why can't you just say, be the best of who you are? And then we're fine with you. I think that's the best thing that can happen for Manchester United. Whether Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is going to be their coach next season, I don't know. But if they bring in another coach, let the coach also bring his own style of play and make sure the team goes. But I am seeing that Manchester United is beginning to find its shape gradually. Bruno Fernandes is doing a good job, but he cannot do it alone. One of the problems I have when I watch Manchester United play in the last 3 games is the fact that every time Odion comes in, they are not really passing the ball to him. I want to agree that because he didn't train with the team that long, maybe that's the cause. This is just me, or maybe this is my Nigerianness speaking, but that's what I've noticed. But other than that, I think Manchester United are good to go. If Pogba wants to stay, fine. My advice to Pogba is, I would like you to leave, because the ex-Manchester United players have an agenda against you. They're not happy that a small boy like you is earning in one season what they were not able to earn in their entire career. The thing is, joblessness makes people talk foolishly. And I've said this a couple of times. When was the last time you heard David Beckham speak about Manchester United? You know why? He has almost $1 billion project with Inter Miami. So he doesn't have the time to be having mumu opinion about players of his former club. Because, he played for quite a lot of clubs. Manchester United, Paris Saint-Germain, Real Madrid, AC Milan. Where's he going to have opinion for? But all these players who are very jobless, they wait for weekend to come talk on Sky Sports, can afford to do all that and say all the things they want to say. But when you have engagement and you're doing something, you won't have this type of opinion. That's just the way I think about it. I hope I've added my contribution, because you actually didn't ask a question. I added my contribution. But Bruno Fernandes is a great buy for Manchester United. How they play him is the coach's responsibility, not mine. Let's go to the next person.
Legbetter TV Radio. My name is Victor. I'm calling from Lagos. We've seen VAR giving good and bad or wrong decisions. What's your take on it? Should it be stopped or should it continue? Thank you.
All right, Victor from Lagos. Let me put it this way. My mom used to say that if you cannot appreciate the good that I do, don't talk about the bad that I have done to you. So VAR in itself is not bad. It's not causing the kind of controversial conversation that we're having about it in the EPL, like in Germany, France, Italy, or Spain. So it means that somewhere in this world, some places in this world, VAR is working well. It is still the same old incompetence of English referees that are like Nigerian referees that is showing again in the VAR. The machine did not become bad. The technology did not become bad in England. The usage is what is bad. I can have an Android phone and you have an Android phone, and all you do is search for gossip and watch porn, while I use mine to create businesses opportunity. But it's the same Android, the same data. So I think it's the people using it. I wouldn't want it to stop, because when you say VRA should stop, you mean you say stopping it across the board. Should they stop it in England? No. Use it well. People should be taught how to use it. They shouldn't be ashamed to go and learn. And then they should stop. The coaches in England, the referees in England should stop having an agenda. That's the way I see it. But stopping it, no.
So my name is Yomi, speaking from Sokoto State. What I just want to ask is concerning Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder's match, boxing bout. The fact that he used the Nigerian flag as his Stuttgart during the match. I just want to know, maybe you know the reason why he did that. Is this as a source of inspiration or motivation? I just want to know. Thank you very much.
Yami from Sokoto State. There is no official statement as to why he did that, but I beg to disagree that he did not use Nigerian flag. He used green and white. Now, there are too many countries in the world, Ireland, Northern Ireland, and different other countries that uses green and white. So you cannot personalize it and own it that he used the Nigerian flag. He used green. The color green represents a lot of things to a lot of people. So maybe he's supporting the vegan community. Maybe he's doing it for somebody, for his wife, his family. There's something. People love green. I love red. Red, blue. These are my favorite color. When I was growing up, they used to say that purple is for ladies. And then until Alibaba made it a very, very beautiful color that anybody can use. So I don't want to believe that, oh, it has something to do with Nigeria. Nigerians, so they claim very fun. I go, somebody will come and now say a great grandmama come from Ogun State or Kitipupa. Now make her use Nigeria. Let's calm down. If he comes out with an official statement as to why he used that color, we will know. But right now, I don't think there is anything about it. Let's just leave it. But let's not bring Nigeria into the conversation. Let's go to the next one.
Hello, Elegbete TV Radio. This is your boy Isaac calling from Baghdad. I want to talk about La Liga from Barcelona 4-0 win over Helba to Real Madrid's downfall at Levante. Then Atletico come back against Villarreal. Messi scoring 4 goals, and the joy of the match was Barca's new signing, Brightwell, who I underestimated his ability to contribute to Barca's success for the remainder of the season. He came on, gave 2 assists to Messi and Otto, which gave Barca the lead on the standing of La Liga table. Then to Madrid, from leading with 4 points against Barca, now Barca leading with 2 points, losing 4 points in 2 weeks. Hazard is down, maybe out of the season, and Atletico coming back from a go down to win 3-1. Finally, what was his name? Felipe the new signing of Atletico came to the party. It's a win-win situation for Barca. As a Barca fan, I'm very happy. Leading 2-0. With 2 points rather, before a Clasico that is coming up. That's a good one. If a draw at the Madrid stadium, forgot the name now, and Barca still will be leading with 3 points, or a defeat for Madrid, Barca go ahead with 5 points. Barca has given Real Madrid the ability or the opportunity to win the league this season by giving them the chance to go ahead, but seems they are not ready. The league is Barca's to keep. Good one, Elegbete TV Radio. Thanks for having us.
Isaac from Bagada, thank you very much for your plenty observation and over-excitement. You be Barcelona fan, but over-excitement make you forget saying 5 goals now. Barcelona score for that game. Not be 4-0, na 5-0 because Messi score 4, Atos score 1. Real Madrid. Well, the league still open. 2 points. I mean, it can come for Clasico, beat Barcelona now. Story go change. So many things are possible. But let's just see how it goes. I think it's made the league a lot more competitive. The team that I worry for is Atletico Madrid. Atletico Madrid should have taken the chance. But I still also understand Atletico Madrid problem. The team is revolving. They are changing new players, bringing new players, waiting for them to adapt. Felix, had a good game this weekend, but you want to see that kind of performance consistently. Some Koke have come out to say that if he listen to his teammates and listen to his coaches, he would do well. Yes, sometimes when players go to new league, another country, they struggle to adapt. It will take time. Are Barcelona there yet? Man, it was just a weekend where Messi found joy and scored 4. Well, that might not happen all the time. Griezmann is still struggling. I might go to the bench so that your new player, Braithwaite, will play. Let's see how it goes, but it's interesting to know that now the league, they used to say that the EPL is the most competitive league. Well, I've never believed, I've never agreed to it, and I can't. It's now a one-horse race. La Liga, that they say it's only 2 teams that are competing for it. It's now an open title race for everybody. Let's see how it ends anyway. But for now, it's Barcelona that are on top. But let's not forget that just last week, Real Madrid were on top. So every week, we keep seeing new person. Who knows? Atletico Madrid can come from nowhere again, usurp the 2 of them, and take over. So we're counting each match day with expectation, with excitement, and that's the way it should be. I remember when the Barcelona game was going on, I switched off from the EPL and watched the Barcelona game. Same for Real Madrid and then Atletico Madrid. I've always loved the La Liga anyway. So let's see how it goes, one game at a time. I want to see photo finish. I've always loved to see photo finish in every league. All this, when you're 20 points ahead of people, I don't like it. So let's see how it goes.
Hello, Elegbete TV Radio. This is Mario calling from Satellite Town. My question is concerning Eden Hazard. Since he moved from Chelsea to Real Madrid, he's been hit with a series of injuries and he has missed a whole lot of matches just in few months moving to Real Madrid. And those matches he has missed is the same number of matches he missed in his entire 7 years in Chelsea, right? So now my question is, this injury is happening, is it as a result of change of league or adaptation to the new league? Because I wouldn't want to say the La Liga is more intense than the EPL, right? But what could be the reason for a series of injuries? Is it improper checks from the medical staffs in Real Madrid? Are they not handling his body properly, or where is the fault from? Where can we point out to be the fault for his injury, for his consistent injury rather? Thank you very much.
All right, Mario from Satellite Town. That question is a $1 billion question. Unfortunately, nobody can really answer the question but Eden Hazard and the medical teams that he's worked with all his life. Sometimes the human body reacts biologically differently from others. Let me use women and childbearing to explain this a bit. Maybe people would understand. I mean, if you don't have a wife here, but some people would understand. You say when a woman gets pregnant for the very first time and the pregnancy, chances are that the labor, it's going to be tough. Every labor is tough, but it's going to be easier than the second one. And then maybe she stop and wait for a long time, maybe 6-7 years, and then decide to get pregnant again. That third pregnancy might almost take her life. The body has changed. The system, the way the body was 5, 6, 7 years ago is different. So Eden Hazard is not a kid anymore. He's growing older. His game is predicated on fast movement, quick movement, running, burst of pace, running and then breaking play and then moving to the another direction, twisting and turning. The thing with that is at some point your limbs, your ligaments, your tendons begin to get weak. So the knock that would maybe put you out for 3 days begins to go into months because your body system is not the same as they used to be. When Hazard came to Chelsea, it was a young boy. He was young, his body, the recuperation is faster. It's normal. If I break my leg now and my son also breaks his leg, the same place, the same length, the same capacity of injury, my son will heal faster than I will heal. It is clear cut. He's 7 years going to be 8. I'm 42. So the difference is very, very obvious. So those are some of the things you need to check. And then in Chelsea, he didn't come to Chelsea wanting to prove anything. He came to Chelsea wanting to play football. He was excited about football and he played and built his style. When you go to Real Madrid, you're coming into Real Madrid and you are the guy who is expected to take over the throne of Cristiano Ronaldo, a guy that they've always consistently compared you with. At some point, Jose Mourinho made the stupidest mistake in this world to say that Hazard is even better than Messi and Ronaldo now. So whether we like it or not, those factors will be playing in his head. And in Madrid, you don't have, I mean, in Chelsea, Hazard could go 15 games without playing well. He comes in the 16th game and play well, and everybody's shouting his name. In Madrid, you need to play well every single game. Every single game, the expectation is high. So all of those plays in his mind. Maybe also his diet. I mean, I don't think Hazard have the perfect dietary system because he always goes off season, come back added weight. So it could be his diet, it could be one thing or the other. He add a stone or two to himself. So there is no clear-cut answer from me because I'm not his doctors, I'm not his dietitian, I'm not his surgeons and the rest. But I think that ordinarily from the human body system, I think that tendons and joints and bones and muscles are growing weaker when you get older. So you have to learn how to manage your game. You have to learn how to change your game, adapt to your age so that you're fine. I mean, a couple of years ago, I could eat a bowl of eba when I was still eating eba, meat, full it, and then I'll eat suya again, I'll eat nkwobi. I don't care. Right now, I can't eat two meats in a plate of soup. I can't. Like, it has to be fish. It has to be a lot more vegetable. Back in the day, if you give me plenty of vegetable with just maybe one or two meat, I'll be goat, I'll be animal. The times have changed. So you have to learn how to manage your body. And I think that's what Eden Hazard needs to learn. But to know what the cause is, I can't say it's Madrid because if it is Madrid, then every other player in Madrid will be getting injured. Every other player is not getting injured like that. Cristiano Ronaldo is known for having his own dietitian, having his own physicians, having people who check him properly. That's why he's been able to keep his body. The way he sleep, everything is timed to detail. Even Lionel Messi as well. Everything is timed to detail, precision and all that. So you manage your body. Aside what the club provide for you, I've always said that, especially about Nigerian players, you have to take from that money you're making in this game and also take care of yourself. Some of us, humans, whether white, black, red, Caucasian, we take care of our phone way, way more than we take care of ourselves. If Hazard is not taking care of himself, then he's liable to deal with all of this. I'm not saying he's not taking care of himself, but I'm just saying if he is not.
Hello, Electric TV Radio. Henry Johnson. Precise location now, my area where I live, Abulegba in Lagos State. Okay, quick one, sir. Your take on the fight, Fury weather. Okay, Fury don't beat him. pass. Now, what do you feel say if they talk say may if this fight now Joshua and Fury meet, if the fight come to limelight, who you feel say go win that match? Because the Fury when I see Joshua na small boy for where he dey, but I know say that thing no be wetin dey counter. But what do you think? That one na one. Then number two, sir, over the weekend. Say even say Mourinho don lose am like this, like this, like this. 3 times now he don play Lampard. Lampard don beat am. Or what do you think is happening? And Arsenal, you think so they fit continue with this their run? I beg all those things now I won't know. I beg help me.
All right, Harry Johnson from Abulegba. I don't know, every time you're always walking on the street, you're always running. I don't know whether you the joke, Sha. But Anthony Joshua, not be full way, not be robo name. It's Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury. Okay. For me in the heavyweight category, even with my small knowledge of boxing and the little I don't observe, Tyson Fury is the best heavyweight boxer right now. In terms of experience, in terms of knowing what to do. You know, for life, they say one of the key to success is knowing what to do, where to do it, when to do it, how to do it, and also understanding why you are doing it. So once you can answer those questions in life, you can be successful at anything you do. So when Tyson Fury first fights Deontay Wilder, I think what he observed was that he and Deontay Wilder, he dropped his weight to Deontay Wilder level. So he punch is not really heavy. This time around, he increased the weight. So more like bros, Egbon, big brother fighting against Smalley. So when he landed that punch on the ear of Deontay Wilder, and somebody was asking me why they stopped the fight. I think this is part of the answer to that question. You see, when he landed that punch on the ear of Deontay Wilder, he know clearly say, I don't arrive with this one. I will keep punching this ear. I don't want to touch another place. I keep punching this ear till this guy die on the field so that he go know see somebody fight him. It was incredible that even Deontay Wilder still hold the ground from round 3 where they bust the ear to that round 7 when he can't look say when I die this guy go die. So the more that they punch this ear, because they don't notice say what Fury they do now just that ear, the hammer on the ear. The more he hammer, if he hammer that ear from that 7 to round 12, say maybe Deontay Wilder no fall off, so they keep standing up. By the time the fight go end, obviously from round 1 to 7, what's it called? Fury don't already take him. And Wilder, because of that bust in his ear, he not get balance on the leg again. So he not going to fit throw punch. You know, the punch comes from the strength connected to the ground to hit. So he not going to fit throw that heavy punch where they bank on again. So they call the fight off. So coming to Anthony Joshua also showed us over 2 fights against Andy Ruiz that he can also adapt, he can change the fight style to fit the opposition. So I want to believe, one, let's take it that he not get a B. Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua fit be part 1, part 2, part 3. Based on if the 2 fight, if Anthony Joshua win, there might be a rematch. If Fury win, there is compulsory rematch. Then if they do the rematch and Anthony Joshua can't win again, Fury go see sign a clause there that there will be a rematch. So let us boxing fans sit back, relax, and enjoy a feast of boxing coming in the next couple of years. You don't say we will see boxing like this, we will enjoy. So let's just enjoy it. But saying Anthony Joshua na small boy, at that part I'm not going to agree because na small boy, see where he did. He got all the way to this place. He get 4 bets for him. Now only the WBC now you know get the IBF, WBF, WBC, BOIB. So all of the bets they hand. You can't call that person a small boy. He don't beat all the people where be say they in front. My coach will say you can only dribble the man in front of you. You can't dribble the one you don't see. So he can only fight against the person in front of him, and he's done well thus far, losing only to Andy Ruiz, and then coming back again to show Andy Ruiz who's the boss. Are we going to see the same Tyson Fury? To me, I think the best boxer in the world in the last couple of years is Tyson Fury. The fact that he was even able to go into that depression, go into that terrible state in his life cycle and come out of it, add weight, blow up, and then break out of it and come back. To break addiction is very, very hard. So he is wiser now, he's smarter, it's a lot more intelligent. And then this fight will bring more money because Fury will keep talking, he will keep singing, he will keep pushing. Mentally, I think Fury is a dangerous opponent for Anthony Joshua because it can break. And Anthony Joshua looked to me like somebody that you can break mentally. Physically, it would have been easier for Anthony Joshua to fight against Deontay Wilder. But because Fury is who he is, imagine when he fights with Deontay Wilder. As Deontay Wilder, they bleed. They use the tongue till they leak his blood. That's crazy. But then it's allowed in boxing. It was messing with his mind. Like they play with it. Like say, now die you do, so I kill you. So you understand? So when that time come, Anthony Joshua need to show us now the same guy who adapts his fight to make sure he can handle Andy Ruiz in Saudi Arabia. That's the same guy we want to see when he fights against Tyson Fury. But make no mistake about it. Tyson Fury is going to be the most difficult opposition Anthony Joshua has ever fought. But don't forget Anthony Joshua also fight with that Ukrainian guy. Everybody said Klitschko. Everybody say Anthony Joshua, this is the end of the road. This is where we'll be knocked down. This is where we'll be beaten. His reach is longer. He's taller. Is this, is that. Anthony Joshua won. So let's fold our hands, keep our fingers crossed, and hope for the best man to win. And not be one of those persons where you go into that fight and be saying Anthony Joshua should win because he's in Nigeria. No. If he deserves to win, he should win. The same way people are like, oh, Deontay Wilder is a black man, let him win. I don't really, I'm decentralized or decolorized or detribalized about that one. Let the best person win. So that when I tell my children about anything they want to achieve in life, I should tell them that they will win not because of their color or their tribe or their race, but they will win because they gave their best. So whoever bring their best, their A game to the fight that day, wins, and then we see a rematch and so on and so forth. Thank you everybody for contributing to the show, for making this show stay on air. Like play, this is 11 episode of the show. Something will be saying we just start from a Twitter chat to it don't reach 11 episodes. But keep on the go like this. With our aid, we will continue to push on the go. But make sure not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. And also subscribe to our Instagram handle at Elegbete TV Radio. Also, if you want to follow me at Elegbete1. And so the matter to be, but I'm not going to leave here without saying a very big thank you to my producer. Yes, McDonald, Chukwuemeka Oporocha. Thank you very much. Without you, this show is showless. And once again, happy birthday, happy 50th birthday celebration to Dr. Larry Izamoji. And I saw the matter to be, and they always talk no let them be say when they call the name of people where they let community they scatter, now your name they number one. Let your name be on the list of people that to say, if to say this person there, we know say if I don't do things like this, if I don't do things for don't they happen well, be on that list than to be the one, that one, I always scatter things, so no let your name be on that. I remain Idafi Matthew Esogene. You love to call me the Elegbete One of Sports. Thank you.